Yeah, but on medium fire it doesn't run. But on, stoneware glazes, it can run a lot. So, you know,
Stoneware being the regular glaze.
yeah. Whether brush on or dip stuff, I tend to leave at least an inch at the bottom.
Are you saying low fire doesn't run or mid fire it doesn't run?
I mean, really, there's only low fire and mid fire, right? So I mean, I just get them confused. There's two temperatures. At the lower temperature that we cook at, it does not run. At the higher temperature, when it's on top of something else, it does.
Okay.
So-
But does it run if it's straight on the clay body? At mid-fire? Maybe you haven't tried.
I mean, mid fire is the higher temp. Mid fire is the glaze fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you wouldn't use that unless you have another glaze under it?
I see, got it.
And if you have another glaze under it, you still need 3 coats?
No. No, good question. Definitely not. If you did, once you have a base of a regular glaze, I mean, when I find success with one, I try to tweak it and make sure that I can kind of replicate it over and over, because it's just really, when you do a Jungle Gems on top of a stoneware glaze, you have no idea what you're gonna get. So
So it could be 1, 2, you just play with it.
yeah, some of them just look terrible together. It is what it is.
It's kind of the way with the rest of the glazes too.
This is a caramel with, I think it's jazzed out on top, which it didn't
Didn't show up?
show up at all really.
And what's the red with the white spots?
This is a low fire, and that is a peppermint twist.
Peppermint.
Another good one to show. So let me get my phone and I'll pull up a
Also, too,
picture.
if it's low fire, if you fire at low fire with that clay, it may not be fully vitrified. So,
It
that
won't be.
means don't use it in your microwave, don't use it in your dishwasher.
It's not food safe.
It's not food safe?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, so it's just decorative. Well, that's important news.
Correct.
You are.
I mean, the thing that Amy sent me, they were selling it as mugs.
Unfortunately, that would be scheduled.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, and I've used it as food safe, but no, technically it's not food safe.
So, when's the next
And
meeting?
We
you know,
haven't-
technically,
we haven't
anytime you mix
rescheduled it yet, but you can
two
stay for this if
glazes,
you want to.
it's
for
not food,
Jungle
it's not
Gems.
technically food safe.
Oh, because we
either.
don't know what the chemicals
But
are.
I'll send out a new thing. Okay.
So,
Sorry.
We're gonna ignore that piece of information.
Can I ask you about the glass moving?
Yeah.
So on something that's, for the most part, shallow or flat, they're not gonna move if it's a horizontal surface. What about if they're on the back side? Are they gonna, are they heavy enough that they might drop off? Do you have to use a cookie
you
on
talking
the
about-
back of something?
Low fire or mid fire?
Low.
So low fire, you don't have to worry. All of these colors on the bottom are, they were pieces of glass.
Okay.
So they stuck on there.
Should you use a cookie just in case, or it's totally,
Yeah, you use a cookie the first time. I mean,
Okay.
I, had some screw ups early on. They were mainly due to using them on top of the stoneware and putting them too close to the bottom. The main thing was how much it runs when it's on top of stoneware.
okay.
Oh yeah, I think a good example of, so the ones, the colors that are here that people kind of already know change color when mixed with other ones, same kind of deal with Jungle Gems usually. So the peppermint cream is one that I've used a ton, because it's not a super watery one to use as a base, and then it also, like, you know, you guys have used it on the mat and stuff, and it, like, you know, does all those cool colors, and it's like the same deal. So like this is a low fire of it's called kiwi, and then when you put it on top of peppermint cream, it's like this really cool rich purple, like swirling combo, like every time, not just one time.
Right.
So there's interesting stuff like that, especially with, yeah, like, I mean, peppermint cream. I think Ghost Blue was one that, like, Ghost Blue plus any blue Jungle Gems is gonna look awesome, guaranteed, for sure.
Okay. So Ghost Blue has zinc in it.
Yeah.
Yes, doesn't it?
I don't,
So
it is
yeah,
no chemicals,
it does.
I trust
I'm
you.
telling you.
Yeah, no,
it does.
And so what is
Well,
that
I
mean?
don't know. That reacts with a lot of underglazes and stuff like that. So I'm just thinking that
that could be why.
that's probably why.
Have you ever put a coat of, you know, one of the stoneware glazes over the Jungle Gems? Like, does it completely cover them if you just do one coat, or does it make them more subtle?
I mean, I haven't done that.
Okay.
My assumption is that it's the mistakes I've had that have been like similar to what I'm picturing for that are when, like, the Jungle Gems, if they get like too cooked, they kind of just like become this gross glass cracked mess.
Okay.
Which is what I would worry would happen if it were getting mid-fired without a regular glaze underneath.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's probably worth it to, you know, with like a scrap bowl or something, to try that on the bottom and see what happens. My guess is that it would make kind of a cracked glass sea mess.
Okay.
Can you explain what you did here?
Yeah, so that was blushing pink, and then just various. I took, so sometimes when the bottle of Jungle Gems finishes, I'll take like extra gems and save them for later. And so that was just like a bunch of rando gems and some black powder for the lung cancer effect.
Do you rinse them off? You've like washed them off, or are those like separately purchased?
No, these were rinsed off, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Dad brought in this thing,
Yeah.
but I don't like the stickiness, that's why.
Yeah.
This is just like scrapings of other black.
Yeah, no,
Glaze?
a lot of these gems were from blue. The gems, the color like of the gems are, you know, what someone thought was an interesting combination for whatever the base color of these glazes are. So in here is like black, blue, orange, purple. They look mostly like blue though.
Is that like a dry version of the Jungle Gems?
These were, so I would finish a thing. There would be, you know, some on the bottom that were not put when I painted them on, so I rinse them off and stick them in here. And then it's, you know, extra, because it's also nice to be able to apply gems without the color. So like, I mean, this is, so like this one, I mean, I really like how it looks, but like this is from the color of the glaze as well. This isn't just a gem, it's like the blue glaze that I put on there. And so sometimes it's nice doing it that way, and sometimes it's nice just having gems. You can kind of be like a little more specific. Like that's what this one was too, is just some rando gems on the pink.
How about when you're glazing the back or the bottom? Like some of these I see are pretty close to the surface. Do they run at all, or do we have to leave the 1/8 inch clearance?
I mean, yeah,
stuff?
leave regular clearance
Okay.
for any of them. But yeah, the low fire, it really does not run.
Okay.
You don't have to stress about that.
It will off gas though, off to the next pieces, so I have to leave a lot of space. So if I just have one piece there, it may linger a bit until I just
Yeah.
have like some space, because I don't want to like meld onto another person's piece. See if I can.
Oh, it's in the little black face?
Oh yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Well, no, there was that, a larger, it's like a
Uncardish
larger
now.
piece. I don't see it now. Someone may have picked it up. But it will off gas onto someone, onto other people's work.
Was that the one that looked almost like smoked a
Yeah.
bit?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was on
it
purpose. We're collaborating.
I prefer that. You can put my pieces next to it.
Can I see that
Thanks,
one
sir.
right in front of you?
This one?
Yeah.